If you are always tired around people, always overthinking what you said, always trying to keep the peace, there is a good chance you are not just tired. You may be draining yourself through people-pleasing. Welcome back to Integrity 444 LTQS. Today we are talking about why people-pleasing drains your energy. A lot of people think people-pleasing is kindness. They think it means being considerate, helpful, or loving. But in many cases, people-pleasing is not love. It is fear-based self-abandonment dressed up as goodness. And the cost of it is deep. People-pleasing happens when your focus becomes external instead of internal. Instead of asking, what is true for me? What do I actually feel? What do I need? What is honest here? You begin asking, how do I keep them happy? How do I avoid conflict? How do I stay accepted? How do I make sure no one is upset with me? At first, this can look socially smooth. You seem agreeable, easygoing, supportive, low maintenance. But inwardly, something else is happening. You are suppressing discomfort. You are swallowing truth. You are overriding your boundaries. You are betraying your own signals in order to maintain approval. That requires energy, a lot of it, because now you are not just living your life. You are managing reactions, monitoring moods, anticipating disappointment, editing yourself, carrying emotional labor that was never yours to carry. That is exhausting. People-pleasing drains your energy because it splits you in two. One part of you knows what is true. The other part is busy performing what feels acceptable. That inner split creates fatigue, resentment, confusion, and loss of self-trust. You may begin to notice things like feeling drained after simple interactions, anxiety before speaking honestly, guilt when setting limits, resentment after overgiving, difficulty knowing what you really want, fear of disappointing people, feeling unseen even though you do so much. This is what happens when your worth becomes tied to how well you can manage other people's comfort. The deeper issue is not just behavior, it is identity. When you people-please for too long, you stop living from your center. You start living from anticipation, approval, and emotional survival. Not everyone who says yes is at peace. Not everyone who looks kind is free. Not everyone who is helpful is acting from wholeness. Sometimes people-pleasing is a strategy formed from fear. Fear of rejection, fear of conflict, fear of abandonment, fear of being misunderstood, fear of no longer being chosen. But what you gain in temporary approval, you often lose in internal peace. Because every dishonest yes teaches your body that your truth is secondary. And over time, that weakens your connection with yourself. If you are healing people-pleasing, begin with these truths. You are not responsible for regulating everyone else's emotions. You are not required to over-explain every boundary. Discomfort does not always mean you are doing something wrong, and being loving does not require being self-erasing. Start practicing these simple shifts. Pause before answering. Check in with your body. Notice when your yes is fear-based. Let your no become cleaner. Let your honesty become kinder but firmer. Real kindness does not require self-betrayal. People-pleasing drains your energy because it teaches you to live away from yourself. And the further you move from yourself, the more exhausted you become. Your peace will not come from being liked by everyone. It will come from becoming honest enough to stop abandoning yourself for approval. If this message spoke to you, subscribe to Integrity 44 LTQS. This is where we do the deeper work of emotional truth, self-mastery, and aligned living. Comment below, have you ever mistaken people-pleasing for being loving?